What do we got here, Gemini? Challenge your focus. That's where we always start. Well, the Emperor is coming up as the challenge for you in July. So this could be you, Gemini, if you are an authority figure, or especially a father or a grandfather. You could be, your challenge could be in dealing with one of your kids, one of your grandchildren. This could be if you're female too, if you are the matriarch of the family, if you are the authority figure of the family. But yeah, you could be dealing with someone who's behaved or misbehaved or behaved in a selfish way, an inconsiderate way, a disruptive way. You could also be dealing with somebody who has just been drained of energy, of finances. It's almost like with these two runes in reverse, it's either someone who's been difficult or a relationship that's been difficult, or someone who has been through a difficult time. And it's almost like their life force has been almost kind of vampirically sucked away, drained away. Now, Gemini, this could be you. I mean, you could be either, I'm not sure which of these people you are. If you're the authority figure or if you're the person who has been drained of resources in some way. Money, energy, health. These are both health runes as well. So it could be somebody having a health problem. Some of you, your father could be experiencing some health issues in the month of July. Especially regarding thyroid, energy, movement. Yeah, there could be a lot of feeling lethargic, and there may be blood work going on, trying to figure out what's causing this. And again, that's a case where it will be different for all of you. So to kind of find out more information about that or what the best approach would be to handle it, you would need to schedule a private session. But so yeah, your challenge is either in parenting or being an authority figure. It could be an employee too, who's kind of dropping the ball or being disruptive or not showing up for work, showing up late if you own your own business or if you are a manager. Your challenge could be, being a good leader, being a good boss, being a good, or it could be like you have to go to your boss and explain, like, look, I've got a lot of medical appointments this week. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with me, or, something's going on with my dad. So I'm going to have to take some time off. There's some sort of challenge that comes up in July and around those issues, getting time off, dealing with a boss, dealing with an authority figure, or parenting, or being the boss to someone who is either behaving selfishly. You may have to fire somebody, and that's never fun to do. But again, with the challenge, the intensity of this will be different for all of you. For some of you, it could just be like, yeah, somebody at work is late, or they're consistently late and you have to write them up or something like that. In other cases, it could be somebody who's like there's a mysterious health issue going on. But the Emperor is in the upright. So whether you are the Emperor or you are having to go to this person and explain the situation and deal with it, this is a fair individual. They will, work with you. It just may be maybe kind of the fear of going to this person, because the Emperor can be a little bit intimidating. So maybe it is just the personality of this person, and maybe you're pitching something to your boss about how to fix, the business, or how to recoup monies, or get something back on track, or maybe you have to go to the boss about somebody who's not pulling their weight, somebody on your team who is not. who's dropped the ball, or they're not showing up, or they're showing up late, or they've always got an excuse about, you know, not being in meetings where you're discussing strategy or this project. So it may just be that you have to go talk to. And this is saying like the challenge may just be in, oh, I'm dreading this, you know, this is something I'm kind of like, you know, but you shouldn't be afraid of it with the Emperor in the upright. And if he was in the reverse, that would be a different story, but he was in the upright. Now, in the present energy, you do have the Seven of Cups in reverse. So for some of you, this is going to be present time going on whenever you're watching this video. For others of you, it will be end of June going into July. This is clarity. In the upright, it's confusion. In the reverse, it is kind of like either narrowing down options, deciding on a path, or getting clarity in a confusing situation. Or, you know, Neptune was doing some crazy stuff with some squares and stuff in June. So maybe there was a fog, like a Neptunian fog, causing you to, like, you know, things to be obscured, or answers or solutions just really maybe more difficult or challenging to come by. And you're coming out of that here in the present. Maybe due to help from mom or a mother figure with Bjork. It's the rune of motherhood. If you are a mother and the confusing situation has involved one of your kids, there could be, you know, maybe what they've been up to or what's been going on with them, they've been keeping hidden. And again, we've got the Father tarot card and the Mother rune. So parents are figuring in with this, or, you know, older relatives are figuring in and are connected with this solution, or getting or receiving clarity from one of their kids or grandkids or younger people in the family who have maybe been out of touch or with you, or, you know. So, and again, you could be the kid getting the clarity, or you could be the kid offering the clarity, I'm sorry, or letting your parents know what's been going on with you, why maybe you haven't been available, why things have been, you know, or maybe it's just something that you haven't been talking about. But it's going to feel good to share this if you're on the side of that. Others of you, you're the parent or you're the grandparent, and you've got someone coming to you and telling you, like, I know I've been acting weird, or I was, you know, behaving in a selfish way, or I'm, you know, and this is what's been going on. So it's like something behind the scenes that you had no idea was going on is coming out, and you're fitting the pieces together. And, you know, now for some of you, this is happening in the present or in July. For those of you that it's not, again, because there are so many people watching this, there's like at least a 3-month window on these videos, right? Because everybody's an individual. So while the energies are going to be similar, and you're dealing with and grappling with the same issues, Gemini, individually, the time frame is going to be different for all of you, because you all have free will, and so does everyone around you with how things occur. So if this doesn't happen in June or July, it's going to happen before the end of the year. You know, this person is going to give you clarity, like what's been going on, or you are going to come to the decision, like, I'm going to reconnect and I'm going to let people know what's been going on with me, because they really have a right to know. And I think they can help me, and I think it will help me, you know, move on and start a new beginning here. For those of you dealing with any sort of legal situation, because Yera is here, same thing. There's going to be some sort of new path forward or clarity in any sort of legal or bureaucratic situation where you have to go deal with authority, the court system, visas, green cards, driver's license, anything like that, or anything where maybe you've been in trouble, maybe you had a DUI and you had to go to court, or you got a speeding ticket and you don't feel like you deserved it, anything like that. Anything involving the legal system or an authority figure. There's going to be a new way forward, but maybe it's been foggy, it's been confusing up until July. But then suddenly this new path opens, and it's going to be it's going to be a fair and balanced decision. And for those of you that it's not legal, it's just karmic. It's things are balancing. There's a karmic decision, karmic answers are coming. The karma's being worked out between now and the end of the year, especially. Definitely check out your mid-year check-in reading on Vimeo. You'll probably get more information about this because that covers July through December. So for whatever this is, you can probably get more information about that. The help that's going to be available to you during July. You've got the Page of Coins in reverse. Let's see what else we've got here. This could be an earth sign energy person, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Could be, again, one of your children. For some of you, it could be the same person. But yeah, someone younger or that you view as younger, or someone who's immature. This could be someone who dropped out of school, dropped out of college. They didn't tell you. Maybe that for some of you, that's what, like, you know, you thought your kid's been at school this whole time, maybe this whole semester, and they've dropped out a couple of semesters ago or something. Because it's kind of like you find out you've been deceived in some way. You find out someone's been not being honest, but they're coming clean in July. Maybe because you catch them, Gemini. You're like, where's this money going? You know? Why haven't you paid your tuition? The school called, and it's like maybe they took the money and they just did so. Because this can't be news about a money loss, but it's coming up as a help to you. So, I mean, if somebody has been kind of taking money from you, saying it's for school, and, you know, they haven't been using it for that, it's like misappropriation of funds. That's what I'm hearing. So if it's one of your kids or one of the people you're working with, they're using funds inappropriately. Maybe, you know, somebody's taking money from the cash drawer. Again, your challenge is to let the person in the position of power know, because it's like, you know, that's wrong. You shouldn't do that. Now, for that, in those cases, it's coming up as a help to you, because anybody who is doing that sort of thing, you're going to find out about it, whether it's your kid, an employee, whatever. If you are another employee and you're letting someone know, hey, this person's stealing money, or they've been, you know, spreading lies and gossip and being really malicious or just lazy, you know, it's going to help you in the long run to be the honest person and tell the boss. And it's like, you know, that whole thing when you were a kid, at least when I was a kid, it's like, you know, you get made fun of, or you'd get in trouble with the other kids when you're a tattletale. You know, and people sometimes just don't want to get involved. It's like, I'm just not going to get involved. But this is going to help you to, in a business sense, especially to, you know, because then the boss is going to say, Gemini is, you know, I can trust them. I could promote them. I could, you know, it's going to lead to good things in the future. Because you're proving your mettle, so to speak. You're proving your trustworthiness. You're proving yourself. Not that you haven't already, but this is just kind of taking it the extra mile. Also, probably this person's behavior is affecting you. You know, the money, if they're taking money from the company, that's probably not affecting you directly. But it may be because you feel like you're feeling guilty about it. You've been keeping the secret, or maybe they're stealing time. Again, they're like, hey, I'm going to cut out. Don't, you know, cover for me. You know, can you cover for me? That sort of thing. Don't tell anybody. Can you clock out for me? Anybody that's been doing that sort of thing, it's going to help you to come clean. It's going to help you to come clean. Now, others of you, this could just be, you know, news regarding money or career. There could be some sort of identity theft going on, Gemini. You may want to double check. I know we got Mercury retrograde in July, and I think we got Mars retrograde too for a little bit. But yeah, Mars is retrograde through August, I think. So it's a long haul. But I know Mercury starts retrograde in July. So yeah, maybe just... And I do feel like, you know, if this happens, you will catch it, or you will find out about it. Like your credit card company will alert you, or your bank will alert you. But yeah, maybe just want to take a moment in July and check that you got really secure passwords on things as you're going through and paying your bills, or that you've got some sort of protection with that sort of thing. Same thing if you run a business. You may want to think about installing some cameras, or just maybe keeping an closer eye on people. Maybe or recruiting someone else to kind of keep an eye on people. And it's going to help you weed out the untrustworthy people. So yeah, if anybody's taking anything from you, taking advantage of you, stealing money from you, or the company you work for, you're going to find out about it. You're going to know about it. And you're going to, you know, turn that situation around. And it's going to help you to do that. Either get rid of that person or report them so that the company gets rid of them. Now, what must be accepted about July? We do have the Sun, which is a beautiful card. It's wonderful. So again, this is accolades. So I'm feeling like some of you are going to like report this situation that you know about, and you're going to be like, wow, that Gemini is true blue. That Gemini is awesome. Because this is accolades, recognition, reward coming to you, promotion coming to you. But for most of you, I do feel like this is family. Now, another way this can help is that your kid has been financially drained in some sort of situation, but maybe that's bringing them back to you if there's been a rift. Like, you know, it kind of sucks that they're only coming back when they need something. But I feel like it's opening the door again to talking. It seems like, though, maybe it's the financial thing that's the last straw. I don't think that's the only reason they're coming back, Gemini, but it's the last straw. And it's like, you know, who else can I turn to but my mom and dad, or my older sister, my older brother, whoever they are to you. But, you know, I feel like this makes you happy because this is a card about children. Again, parenting, motherhood, fatherhood, the family coming together, the family enjoying each other's company at your home, at the family home, their childhood home. This is just happiness, joy. I mean, you got Thor's rune. So yeah, there's some sort of joyful event around the home, around your domestic situation, the family coming together, kids, parents, everybody enjoying each other's company. But Isa is here too. So it's either like this has been delayed for far too long. So maybe this is maybe you've been estranged from one of your kids for a while. And, I feel like you're even going to say that. And it's like, man, this took way too long. You were stubborn for way too long. You know, this separation has been really difficult. You could be saying that to your own parents. Or they could be saying it to you, Gemini, because again, you can be on either side of this. Although I feel like for most of you, this is someone coming to you. And you trying to be the fair parent, you trying to lead by example. But this could also just be news that maybe they've been away because they were with someone and now they're getting divorced or they've separated from that person. Some of you, they may be asking to stay with you. That would kind of go along with, hey, I'm really broke. Can I crash here with you guys for a while? But yeah, this could be news about that. Also, for those of you looking to buy a home, purchase a home, or if you sell real estate, fantastic month in July. That would make sense because at least in the Northern Hemisphere, spring and summer are excellent times to make a lot of money in real estate. Everybody's moving because the kids are out of school, etc. So yeah, anything to do with home, property, real estate, inheritances, wills, family, fantastic developments, joyful developments, lots of luck, pleasure, and joy surrounding your home and family life, regardless of what's going on with work. I do feel like, though, all of this is connected for most of you. Like it's someone, part of your family, one of your kids, or someone who's been away, been estranged, coming back to the fold. And the outcome is the Knight of Wands in reverse. So this could be that person. The Knight of Wands in reverse could be a fire sign energy, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. The Emperor, by the way, is also associated with Aries, so we've got a lot of fire energy here. In the reverse, though, he is impetuous. He is quick to anger. He's very short-tempered, very stubborn, but wrong-mindedly stubborn. It's like there's a lot of ego with him because he's immature. He's a knight. He's not a king. He's certainly not the Emperor. The Emperor is higher than all the kings. So, yeah, this person could be just unreliable. They get angry and you're like, well, what? I don't even know what I did. Why aren't you talking to me? Can you at least tell me why, what I said or did, why you're upset with me? I mean, but this person seems to be in a vulnerable position with Ale in reverse. So that's why I think it's this person kind of coming back to the fold, the prodigal son or daughter, if you will. Does not have to be male. Could just as easily be a fire sign female or someone who's impetuous like a fire sign. They probably have a lot of fire in their chart if they're not a fire sign sun or rising sign. But Ale indicates that they've let themselves be used. They've become vulnerable in some way. And whatever way that is, for some, it looked like it was financial. For others, yeah, it could be health-wise. They could be dealing with just some health issues. Could be emotionally they're drained, just physically exhausted by a situation. It doesn't have to be coming up in the reverse because they're troublesome. Although it does seem like maybe they were a source of contention or trouble for you in the past. Again, I think the fog will be lifted. There's going to be some information you're finding out, Gemini, about what this person's been up to that you didn't know. But they need help in some way. They've been used and abused. And at one point in time, maybe you were a willing participant in that, but are now just kind of like, I don't have any more to give. And they're kind of coming back to the fold to be rejuvenated,